Hi everyone, before we go into the podcast, I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I'm super grateful for your continued loyalty and support. If you could do me a quick favour, if you could give me a review on Apple Podcasts, it really helps the algorithm and it will help this podcast go up the lists. If there are any subjects or topics that you want me to cover, then please do reach out to me on DM on LinkedIn and I will do my best to find the best guest for that subject or topic. This is the Absolute Business Mindset Podcast. This podcast will give you insight into business. I will share my thoughts, ideas from content leaders and experiences from my life. And I hope you'll have a few aha moments on this journey. Today we're going to talk about half-yearly goal setting. So whoever's been listening to me on my podcast for a while will know that goals are important to me. And it's coming up to that time of the year for me where it's my half-yearly goal sessions where I take a bit of time off on holiday with my family, and I'm going to be looking at my goals till the end of the year. So it's not purely 6 and 6, 6 months and then 6 months, because I often find that I do take my holiday time in August, so I tend to refocus for that second half of the year. And so for me, it's an important period, important time. And I think also for me recently, I realized that I need to start doing affirmations again, a sort of mantra every day. So this is something that I'll be looking to do while I'm away, is think about those sort of 5 or 6 things that I want to repeat every day to myself, maybe twice a day when I wake up and when I go to bed. To be able to get myself in the right frame of mind every day to be able to crush it and achieve what I want to be able to achieve. So there will be between 5 and 10 goals that I want to achieve by the end of the year. Obviously, if you can't attain all of them, it's not the end of the world. Some of them can roll over to next year, but it just gives you an idea, my insight into thinking about reassessing where those goals were. So set them in January, have a think about them now. Do any of them need to change? Have they evolved? Have they changed? Have they developed into something else? Have they morphed into something slightly different? So it's a good time for me to do that, and this gives me a real good push, sort of September, October, November, December, to really go hard on some of those achievements. So some of them might be viewing properties. Some of them may be maybe adverts or something like that, the Facebook ads or something, or LinkedIn ads that I want to achieve. Podcast business, it might be extending the number of clients that we've got there. Coaching, am I doing enough to push my coaching business? Am I producing enough content on LinkedIn and Facebook? All these things I will be reassessing in these next few weeks. And I think, so I would suggest whoever is listening to this to have that reflection point halfway through the year, because I don't believe a goal in January is the same goal in December. If it is the same goal, it means you haven't really achieved what you were looking to do. So I do think it's important to have half-yearly review points. And some people do it every quarter. As I said, as you know if you've listened to my podcast for a number of years, that I do it January and August time. So affirmations are going to be something I'm going to reintroduce into my world. I think it's also important that you think about what success is. This is something that I'm probably going to come back to a little bit in the future, maybe on some LinkedIn posts, maybe on a podcast, is what success is and what success for me might be success for somebody else. I think is an interesting term. Just to give you that's at that point, you could be a manager earning anything from 35 to 60 grand, and that might be success. That might be where you want to achieve what you want to achieve. And I would definitely not question that if that makes you happy. Because I think happiness derives from what you deem success to be. If your success is to be a millionaire or multi-millionaire with numerous businesses and want to achieve, or you want to be a CEO, or you want to be a partner of a business, then that's what success is. And I think it's an interesting one because everyone's personal point of view of success is so different. So I will be probably paying a bit of attention to that in my posts and things, talking about what I think success is, and not personally what I think success is, but that term success and how it can be so different from one person to another. So I've been rambling a little bit about success there. I do apologise. I just thought I would give it a footnote to some future content. But now is the time for goal setting for the end of the year. Push yourself now in the summer to get ready for your winter, your autumn and your winter time. So I think we all should be doing that now. Equally, it should be 5 to 10 goals that you should be achieving. And they should have evolved from your January set. And so it's important that you do that review and check that you're still on course, on target for a fantastic 2021. And yeah, just a personal point, I'm going to do some more affirmations, and maybe when I've got them all ready, all set up, then I will I'll talk a little bit more about them and talk about maybe a little bit personally what they actually are, and share if you find that helpful. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your downloads, your subscriptions, your listens. I really do appreciate your support, and I'll speak to you soon.